What happens when a voice that shaped an entire generation is suddenly silenced? Tens of thousands just flooded the streets of London in a Unite the Kingdom rally, and while they waved flags and held banners, the name on their lips wasn't a politician, a celebrity, or even a king. It was Charlie Kirk. The shocking assassination of the Turning Point USA founder has rocked the conservative world, and the tributes pouring in, from Elon Musk to President Donald Trump, reveal just how massive his influence really was. But beyond the headlines, what does his death mean for America's future? And why does this moment feel like a turning point not just for politics, but for freedom of speech itself? Stick with me, because today we dive into the legacy, the mourning, and the storm of questions left behind after Charlie Kirk's assassination, the London rally global shock. Let's start in London. Picture this, a massive crowd gathered under grey skies, waving banners and holding photos of Charlie Kirk. This wasn't just a protest, it was a tribute. Organizers even played a viral clip of Kirk giving life advice to a 13-year-old girl, a moment that perfectly captured his mix of confidence, faith, and mentorship. Tommy Robinson, who led the rally, described Kirk as one of our generation's greatest. And if that wasn't dramatic enough, Elon Musk appeared via video link and condemned the political left as the party of murder. Netizens quickly lit up social media. One wrote, "Whether you agreed with him or not, Kirk changed the landscape of American youth politics forever." Another asked, if Charlie wasn't safe giving a talk on a college campus, who is? The funeral announcement Trump's role. Back in the US, preparations for Kirk's funeral are already underway. And it won't be a small, private affair. It's scheduled for September 21st at State Farm Stadium in Arizona, home of the NFL's Cardinals. Turning Point USA called it a celebration of the remarkable life and enduring legacy of Charlie Kirk, an American legend. And yes, former President Donald Trump himself has committed to attending. He even released an emotional 4-minute video where he described Kirk's death as a heinous assassination and admitted he was filled with grief and anger. Think about that, a funeral in a stadium, a US president attending, and a movement rallying around a fallen 31-year-old. This isn't just mourning. It's becoming a political moment, the shooting, its fallout. Rewind to September 10th, Utah Valley University. Kirk was speaking at his Prove Me Wrong table as part of the American Comeback Tour. Then, a single gunshot. Chaos. Screams. And within minutes, news broke that Kirk had been fatally shot, the alleged assassin, a 22-year-old named Tyler Robinson, now facing aggravated murder charges. But here's where it gets chilling. Just days earlier, other suspects were arrested and released, with authorities warning there might be wider networks at play. Emily Sturge, a campus reform correspondent, put it bluntly, being a conservative on campus is like putting a target on your back. And that's the conversation bubbling under this tragedy. If a figure as high profile as Charlie Kirk wasn't safe, what does that mean for free expression in America? Charlie Kirk's legacy. Now, love him or hate him, you can't deny Charlie Kirk was a political force. At just 18, he founded Turning Point USA, an organization that grew into one of the most influential conservative youth movements in history. By his early 30s, he had direct ties to the White House, appeared on countless media outlets, and was considered by many to be the godfather of campus conservatism. Commentator Chandler Crump said it best, without Charlie Kirk, there may not have been a second Trump administration. That's how powerful his mobilization of young voters was. C.J. Pearson, another young conservative, shared a personal story. At just 12 years old, he was a nobody on social media. Charlie reached out, mentored him, and gave him opportunities. That's the side of Kirk many outside the movement never saw, the behind-the-scenes mentor shaping the next generation. And here's a lesser-known fact: Charlie wasn't just about politics. Friends say he was also in the business of building marriages and families. At his conferences, people didn't just network politically, many found lifelong partners and even spouses. His movement wasn't just about ideas, it was about community, the family's pain, of course. Beyond politics and rallies, there's the personal tragedy. Kirk leaves behind his wife Erica and two very young children, a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. Her words on social media are haunting. They have no idea what they just ignited within this wife. If they thought my husband's mission was big now. You have no idea. It's not just grief. It's a promise of continuation. A vow that his mission won't die with him, and in a rare moment of unity, even those who disagreed with Kirk politically are echoing a simple truth: no one deserves to be silenced with violence. Historical context, bigger picture. If this feels eerily familiar, it should. Political assassinations have long marked turning points in history, from JFK in the 1960s to Benazir Bhutto in Pakistan. They don't just end lives, they reshape movements. The assassination of Charlie Kirk could be remembered as one of those moments. It forces a question: will this tragedy fracture America further, or will it galvanize a new wave of youth activism, both left and right? One netizen wrote, "Charlie's death isn't the end of an era. It's the beginning of a bigger fight." Another asked, will his funeral be remembered as a memorial, or as the launch of a new political chapter? So here's the real question: what does Charlie Kirk's death mean for the future of American politics? Was this the silencing of a movement, or the spark of something even bigger? I want to hear from you. Do you think Kirk's assassination will strengthen the conservative youth movement, or will it deepen the fear of speaking out on campuses? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget, hit that like button if you found this breakdown insightful, subscribe for more deep dives into today's most pressing stories, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss what's next, because as history unfolds before our eyes, we'll be right here, unpacking it, questioning it, and connecting the dots. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and stay engaged.